Talk about there's so much history in all this. Kamala Harris to become the first woman of color as vice president of the United States.
It's an historic day for that reason as well. Senator Kamala Harris becoming the first black woman to serve as vice president-elect. And so we are told that when Biden addresses the nation, if that does in fact happen this evening or later on today, she will be there with him. She will also make remarks. And so she will speak to the historic nature of this moment. And as you all were talking about there at the desk, Biden really framed this campaign as a fight for the heart and soul of the nation. And she certainly was a part of that messaging, that this is a new moment in American history, and they were hoping that would resonate.
Let's go to Andrea Mitchell, who, of course, has been covering politics. Andrea, it's going back to the 80s. There have been female vice presidential candidates. Never has there been a female vice president, and the first person of color to be elected vice president of the United States.
And it's so extraordinary when we think that the first woman was on the ticket in 1984, and now to see, and of course, having covered Hillary Clinton for decades, as I did, running for president, but to see the first woman vice president and the first person of color, the first woman of color, as Kristen was just saying, it is overwhelming in a way to think of the barriers that have been broken, not only the glass ceiling, but in an era of such a racial reckoning in the United States, to have a person of color in the vice presidency. Having watched Walter Mondale, the first vice president who was really consequential in his partnership with Jimmy Carter, depends on whether Joe Biden lives up to his promise to have that partnership with Kamala Harris that he enjoyed with Barack Obama. There were, of course, tensions with Obama and Biden and policy disagreements along the way, but it is absolutely true that they were partners in anything. And
he
then
talked about being the last person in the room when
exactly.
decisions were made with Obama.
And they really bonded through Biden's granddaughter and, of course, the president's daughter, who were basketball teammates.
They were
at Civil
classmates.
Friends.
Yes, that's cool.
And then, parent-teacher conferences that they did together. And also, of course, through the illness and the death of Beau Biden, when President Obama reached out to the vice president and offered to pay his mortgage so he wouldn't have to lose his house paying the medical bills. All of that really is part of the character of Joe Biden. And I think that for any tensions that might have existed during that first debate and any presidential ambitions that she clearly has, as with the oldest elected president, she is obviously the front runner for any future Democratic leader, and that's going to be inevitable. They're both politicians. They're both ambitious.
We're not allowed to talk about the next election.
I would like to let's certify this one.
But let me just say that the point I'm trying to make is that they are going to be full partners, I believe, in this project.
Well, they have to be.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. And click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.